Well, hello there, Facebook and YouTube family. This is Dr. Leon K. McCray, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about real estate. Specifically, how to increase your equity and add value. You know, I've learned, my theory in real estate is you make money when you buy. You realize it when you sell, but you really make money when you buy real estate. Let's break that down a little bit. Well, what I mean by that, when I'm looking at property, I'm interested in buying a property right. In other words, I'm really looking at buying a property that somehow is below market value. Now, what does that mean? Well, let's just say I see a property that is distressed for whatever reason that might be. Maybe it needs a new roof. Maybe it's not been really taken care of. It has some issues that need to be solved. It might have big issues that need to be solved. And for whatever reason, the current owner does not have what it takes to solve those issues, may not have the finances to solve those issues, or whatever the reason might be, they don't have whatever it takes to resolve those issues. And so what I want to do, I want to come in and I see a problem, and it might be a property, let's just say a single family home. And in that particular neighborhood, let's just say houses, they're selling for $150,000 on average. And this particular house is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Well, let's make it simple. Let's make it a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. Around 10,050 to 1,200 square feet. All right. Small house, and let's just say it needs a lot of work. So when I go in, I look at it, it needs a new roof, and the kitchen's in pretty bad shape, so it needs a new kitchen. The bathroom is really in tough shape. The floors are kind of jacked up. It smells and reeks of cats and dogs. Real life situations, okay? So I go in and I say, well, based on its current value, this house is only worth, let's just say, $90,000. All right? But I know, based on my experience, that I can go in and I can maybe readjust the layout. And hopefully, when I readjust that layout, I can add value in terms of, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath is a lot more desirable and more marketable than a 3-bedroom, 1-bath. So I'm also looking how I could add another bathroom, okay? And preferably, hopefully I can add a master bathroom. All right. But even if I can't add a master bathroom, I still want to add a second bathroom. So that's one way of adding value. Let's just say, how do I do that? Okay. Well, maybe there's a back porch that can be enclosed. Maybe there's a garage. Maybe there's a storeroom. Or maybe there's a kitchen. Maybe a particular room is oversized that can be split. So I'm looking for ways that I can make some adjustments so I can add value and make that property more marketable. Now, those kind of things, along with going in and putting in a new roof, going in and fixing up the kitchen, going in and fixing up the bathrooms, new flooring, those kind of things, and that's going to increase the equity in the property. All right. So now I'm really trying to raise the value of that property from the $90,000 in which I purchased it at to the $150,000 that the rest of the neighborhood is selling for. All right. So, and that's really what I'm trying to do. And hopefully I can do that for a lot less than $60,000, which is the difference between the $150,000, which is the after repair value, and the $90,000, which is what I purchased the property for. And let's just say I was able to do that for $30,000. And so all in, I paid $90,000 for the property. I put $30,000 in it. That brings me to $120,000 all in for that property. Now, obviously, this assumes that, I'm not taking into account for closing costs on the sell in or closing costs on the the purchase in. All right, I understand that. But just raw numbers, I'm all in at $120,000, which leaves me about $30,000 in gross profits. And I do say gross profits because, there's the time value of money. There is all kind of things that go in. What am I paying myself and all those kind of things that factor in. But gross profits would be about $30,000. All right. And so those are some of the things that I look for in a property. Other things in this area, a lot of times properties have full basements. Well, maybe I can finish the basement to increase value. Now instead of it being a 3-bedroom, 1-bath, I can add 2 bedrooms and a bath in the basement, making it a 5-bedroom, 2-bath. Now, I've bought a couple properties and been able to do that. All right. Well, another way is converting garages into rooms, bedrooms, depending on what's really driving the market, what's really selling in the market, what's people attracted to, what are they looking for. I believe in what I do. I'm not a flipper. I generally do not go in, buy a property, fix it up and sell it. I normally go in, buy property, add value, in other words, fix it up, make the adjustments that I need to make, the adjustments that we talked about, and I make it a rental. And so I'm not going in and, for the most part, doing high-end fixes. I'm making the property durable, very nice, rentable. It's a big difference than what one would do for a rental than what one would do for a property that they want to flip to the end user. Normally it is. All right. And so I haven't really made that adjustment. It's adjustment in your mindset. It's adjustment in the way you do things. You need a really good contractor. I don't do contracting. I'm not a contractor. I may do a little painting or a little this and that, but for the most part, I have to get someone else's expertise when I'm fixing up my properties. All right. Another thing, you can add an addition. There are some properties that, you can go in and it might be a half basement, and you can dig out the rest of the basement. Or maybe it's a crawl space, and you dig it out and make a full basement. Pour concrete, dig it out, pour concrete, and make it a full basement. There are things that you can do. They got things that they call popping off the roof. If it's in a great neighborhood, maybe you can pop the roof and make it a 2-story. I have never done those things. Those things are very, in my opinion, can be very challenging, very risky. And for the most part, I would kind of say that's kind of beyond my, I won't say expertise, but it's beyond what I normally want to do to a property. Okay? Particularly if I can make money without doing that. So I try to stay away from real hard problems such as foundational issues that's going to be very expensive. I try to stay away from that. But I have tackled some foundational issues where I had to go in and jack up, the underpinnings of, this flooring, the studs, and reinforce that, do those kind of things. So you do what you have to do, but a lot of times you may not see those things when you're doing your home inspections. And so those things reveal themselves a lot of times after you purchase. So you have to be ready for those kind of things. And so I just want to give you just a few keys that, a lot of times people are scared of properties because it's work. Well, I find that I make the most money when I find properties that need work, properties that are ugly, properties that need adjustments, properties that need to be added a bedroom or add a bath, those kind of things. So a lot of people shine away from those properties because they have read, books or seen infomercials where you can go in and do some very minor cosmetic changes, new carpet and paint, and go in and make $30,000 or $40,000, $50,000. Maybe not. It's a very competitive environment out there. And so hopefully this has helped. Again, this is Dr. Leon K. McCray with the Lighthouse Marketplace. And I just wanted to give you a few tips on real estate and how to increase your equity, how to go in and look at a property and assess the things that you can do to make the adjustments and increase your equity and make money. Thank you so much. God bless you, and you have a wonderful day.